Hello my lovelies, welcome back to Colours of Nature Art, and today I'm doing an unboxing. We have here a Daphne's Diary Journal 2026. Now it's a completely unbiased review because I purchased this with my own money, so you're going to get the truth of exactly what it's like. And as usual, it looks as though it's beautifully wrapped. Having said that, we do have a slight tear on the corner, but hopefully that won't have affected what's inside. So let's get rid of the packaging. Now it is quite expensive if you're buying it in the UK. It cost, it was £26. I'll undo this while we're talking. I want to do it carefully so that I can keep the nice tissue paper. Yes, so it was £26 here in the UK, but I did send to the Netherlands for it, and to be honest, the postage was more than the actual diary. But every year it's like that. I have tried to purchase it from the UK, but for a start you don't get the freebies that you get when you send it from the Netherlands. And the other thing is, when I bought it from the UK, 3 times it arrived damaged, and then the 3rd time they didn't even send it, so I ended up having to send to the Netherlands anyway in order to get it. So I think I've made a bit of a mess this year with that. My excuse is the tape, pretty though it is, or I should keep that, it's very, very sticky. So we, as usual, we have a little note from Daphne, Daphne's Diary, and then we've got some lovely freebies to look at, and that's the diary. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that to one side for a moment and see what we get for our freebies this year. So let's undo the envelope and see what we've got in here. Can use the envelope as well. Junk journalists, we use absolutely everything, don't we? So we've got a little tag that's on the other side. That's a very pretty little tag, and you can always paint or colour that in with pencils, so it's the same on both sides. And then there's a happy birthday card, postcard. And there's usually some other postcards in the diary which will probably be there this year as well. And we've got a stencil. Love to do, and then some little leaves and cutouts. And these sticky. I can never tell. Yes, these are sticky. So we've got the alphabet, that could be very useful, and then we've got all spring, summer, all down there, and numbers. I think that could be very useful. And what do we have? Let's have a look at this. Oh, this looks quite useful. Oh, these little tabs that can go on the top of. If you make your own tags, we can put those on the top. And she says tea bags. I don't know if I'm missing something there. But these are you fussy cut these. I'm just trying to work. This is like an envelope tag. That must be an envelope because you've got the shape, the envelope there, and the tabs for making it. So that is an envelope. It's very pretty. I like that. It's very spring-like. Definitely can use those. And these are more stickers. and some more stickers. These are more sort of party ones. Might possibly, those are not so much what I'd use, although I would probably use the flowers, but not so much the other. And yes, you usually get a sort of poster. Oh, that's very autumnal, isn't it? Look, we've got a lovely cozy fire and a cozy scarf. That's very, oh look, down the bottom. It's cute. Yes, that's very late autumn, winter. Oh, she's got at the top warm winter moments. I was a bit slow there. But it could just as easily be autumn. It's autumnal colours, isn't it? So you can really cut those out or just use part of it. Yes, lots of things you could do with that. So pop that in there. This, I think, is another cutout. Yes, well, it's a pull out, so it's already been fussy cut for you, and you can just pull those out. Is it double-sided? Yes. Yes, it's a set. That's rather good, isn't it? There's something a bit different. So it's double-sided, and then they just pop out. And that's just sort of advertising recipe type things, but yes. So that is all the freebies that you get with it, including of course the wrapping paper. So let's bring in the diary. Now the Daphne's diaries are, as you can see, they're quite chunky, so not really the sort of diary to carry around in a handbag. However, it's lovely and substantial, and it's not easy to lose. If you've got it indoors, I mean, it stands out. And then we should have, yeah, a little tag in here. And I love the fact that it's put on with string. That's lovely and rustic, so I always like that. And it is very, very useful actually having that, because as you'll see, there are so many pages in it that it's difficult sometimes to find where you've got to. So what I'll do, I'm going to show you just, oh, we got more freebies. Oh, look, excited. Yes, let's take that out. Oh, that's stuck in with this sticky doodah. Let me just unstick my sticky doodah. Can I peel that off? Right, okay. Right, we'll have a look at these at the end. They look quite interesting. So, a little treat at the end. So, what I like about the diary is actually you've got a pocket in the front, and we should have a pocket in back. Oh, this is good. We've got more freebies. This is like a sort of like a treasure hunt. Is this? Okay. Pull that off. Right. And now these pockets I find really are very, very useful. Sort of, for instance, if you're on the phone to somebody and they say, oh, this is a reference number, and you sort of grab a piece of paper and a pen that you can never find. So I usually grab a colouring pencil and then find it's yellow and you can't really see what you've written. But if you've got all scraps of paper, and it's so easy to just push them in either side down in there, and that's really useful. So I thought I'll show you a few pages of the diary, and then I'll put some music to the rest because you don't want me talking all the way through it. But I would say the paper, it's lovely paper, it's decent quality paper, and that, yeah, I thought it did. That opens out so that you've got a year planner there, which is easy to see, and then you've got names and addresses down here. and contacts. And there's always a lovely picture at the beginning of each month. And as I'm sure I said this last year, but it's true, you can pull so much of this diary out at the end of the year and save it and use it in your journals. And also at the end of this video, I'll give you an idea of some of the bits that I've saved and what I've done with them. And then you get a planner. Let me put that into focus. There we go. You get a planner for each month as well, which is good. So you've got the days coming up individually, but then you can fill that in. Now we come to just one slight bone of contention. It's something in the diary that I personally don't like, but it really is a personal preference, and I'm sure a lot of people would actually like it. And it's this little box up here, and for me that takes up the room that you've got to write on, and I do prefer to have more room to write. So I'll just show you what's on here. You can see there it's put in how many steps you take, which pieces of fruit you've eaten, how much water you've drunk, what you've eaten, what is on the television, and whether you're sad or happy. And personally, I can't, at my age, I just can't be bothered to fill in those sort of things. I might have done years ago, but now I think, no, I need the room. Although sadly, it's not for writing in loads of social engagements. It's far too many medical appointments. But there we are. I do have a way of altering this. So I'll show you that at the end, because you can modify them. For those of you who want to modify them, and those of you who are happy with it as it is, then that's fine. So there's always a little piece here. These are wonderful for tearing off at the end of the year, particularly if you haven't filled them in. You get a picture on that side, and as I say, I'll show you what you can do with this sort of thing. Now that's very pretty. Oh, I do like that. I love the colour combination, that peach, white and the green. So I would almost personally not write on that so that I can use it in one of my journals. And so this is what it looks like. Now, I promised that I would show you how you could modify these little boxes if that's not something that you want to have. What I did, I got an ordinary a sheet of A4 which had the sticky backs to it, and then I printed out various colours, as that was like a whole sheet. Some were plain colours, some sort of had patterns on it. You can do really whatever you want, and then match it to the pages. For instance, if I can get this sticky off, it's always difficult, but I cut them into squares, and then what I did, I just put them on there, and then that gives you more writing space. This is this year's diary, which gives you a better idea. So those are my little squares covering up those boxes, and it actually adds to the diary, I think, because you can personalize it and you can sort of put on there whatever you would like to. But it does you can write over that, especially if you've got blank ones. So that's just a little modification for those of you who might be put off by those square boxes and, like me, would like a little more room to write. Now, we have also got, still to look at, 2 more of these. Sorry, that was off camera. I'll try to keep it in view. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's an octopus. We have an octopus. That's something very different, isn't it? Actually, I've just finished colouring in one of Johanna Basford's books with an octopus in it. So that's a coincidence. So, oh, that's pretty. I like that. I think that would have been me sort of back in the 18th century, 19th century. And that's a postcard. But if you do a nice border around that, and that would make a nice page in a journal. Another tag. And then we've got another, it was a bit like the other one, wasn't it? Oh, there's the other one. Yes, just different colour, same thing, different colour, and those were sticky. And then you've got another stencil. So those and see what we've got in this one. Another tag which is like a ruler. That actually makes quite a nice tag in a journal. I've used, she's done these before with the tape measure on them. Another little tag. Oh, these are stickies. They're quite nice. They'd be nice to use in a journal. Another, yes, postcard. And then these are sticky on the back. Sort of a little bit like washi tape sort of thing in strips, but they're all that way up this year. Yeah, vertical washi tape. So I very much hope you have enjoyed the flip through, and if you have, if you could give me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate that. It's just so that YouTube knows my little channel's here, and it's the channel, as I always say, it will never be monetized. It's not going to be that big. But for those of you who are just visiting to look at the Daphne's Diary, Colours of Nature Art, my channel, it's mainly junk journaling, art journaling, and flip throughs of my different journals, and also colouring books. And I present those slightly differently to other people, when I've completed them, and for that I suggest you visit my site to see what I do. I work just a little bit of magic with the colouring pages that I've completed. So it would be lovely to see you over at Colours of Nature Art for colouring or junk journaling. And in the meantime, thank you very much for your company today. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Bye-bye.